Terrorism.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. We are live on YouTube. Please do not swear. Fuck. Gary.
Hello.
Gary is half dead, just so everyone's aware. Sorry, we were running a bit late. Gary's, I think you only just got to Devon, right?
Mate, I got to Devon 4 minutes ago. I literally pulled out the laptop and just connected to the, tried to connect to the Wi-Fi. It was shit. And then mate. Oh.
Mate, European champions. What the fuck? Like, seriously. Mate. Absolutely unbelievable.
I genuinely, it feels like a dream. Mate,
and the way we won it, mate. We absolutely, but I don't think I've seen a one-sided final like that since that time. What was it? It was the World Cup. So Brazil got absolutely smoked, or did they smoke someone?
No, well, Brazil got smoked by Germany in the quarterfinal. And they 7-1 in Brazil.
That's the one. That's the one I'm thinking of. But that's a quarterfinal. Yeah, honestly, absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Every play on that pitch was brilliant.
I cannot express to you how emotional I was. Like, after I came off the live yesterday, I rang Sarah and just burst into tears, man. I was like, really? Mate, this is what it means, right? The reaction of the players, the fans, like, you could just see that. The 30 years of no trophy. And look at this. You get to Devon. And just because I didn't drink enough yesterday, right?
Oh, lovely. The bit that got me, the bit that kind of got me, and I welled up a little, was when Emmy put Unai on his shoulders.
Mate,
when he did that, I was like, because Emery just looked like a school kid who just didn't quite fit in, didn't know how to quite react to it. He felt so uncomfortable, and then you could just see all the players. The players love him. The players just love him. That he is their Lord Savior. He is their God. He is.
Mate,
he's brilliant.
I've been waiting for this for 44 years, mate. Like,
all right, everyone's telling you to set off, Gary. The bus has set off. You got to get back to Birmingham.
Okay,
the parade,
mate. I couldn't have done it. Like, people have asked me to go today, and I was like, but if I didn't get on the road as soon as I got home from fucking, actually, they're in the car. I should have bought them. What I did was, right, and I've got into trouble for this because, I got back at about 9:40, right, after, like, mate, I lived the dream. My mate paid for a business class flight, so I actually got 2 hours sleep on the plane. Lay down.
Was it like what airline was it?
Turkish Airlines, mate.
Is it like a bed?
Yeah, like reclining chair that goes down to a bed. It was beautiful, mate.
It's usually short haul. They don't do any of that. Like on BA, it's just a curtain.
Yeah, no, mate, it was full on, like, proper, and like, but they gave us the breakfast menu. Stupidly, I said I have breakfast. So just not enough, and then the stewardess phoned me up and went, "Oh, we've got your breakfast." I was like, "Oh, okay." It was beautiful. I had, and this is first world problems. I had pancakes with caramelized apple, and it was like in a custard. It was absolutely fucking divine, mate. And I was just like, and then I went to the toilet after eating it, and I looked at all the poor people in coach, all scanned like and all fucking miserable, and kind of like, I was like, I'm going to go back and lie down. So yeah, being a bit of a, but mate, I couldn't have kissed my mate anymore, because at that moment, like, the amount of walking we did yesterday, like, was mental. But I just, going back to the game, like, the reaction of the players from minute one to the celebration and lifting the trophy, I've just dreamt. I just dreamt of it so many times. The togetherness, like we've said, everything's erased, mate. Like, from the poor performance. That if we can do that consistently, we can win fucking anything, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Right?
I was obviously on Sky this morning, and they asked.
Oh yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch that yet, mate, because I've been in the car for fucking.
That's all right. It's fine. I was on Sky this morning, and they asked 3 questions. The first one was like, who have you got to thank for this? Is it Unai Emery? How good is Unai Emery? And I was like, look, yes, obviously you got to thank Unai Emery, but you've also got to thank the players, because they have to do it. and they've stepped up levels every time when Unai's needed them to. And then I was talking to them about just the togetherness of the team, the fact, it's just unbelievable. It was so good to be on there. And they asked about what's the ceiling. That was it. They said, what's the ceiling? I said, well, obviously nothing by the looks of it. I was like, with these owners, I said, the only thing is the financial restrictions. But even with that, our first season back in the Champions League, and we made the quarterfinals, and we beat PSG at home. Why can't we win it? Why can't we go?
The thing is, you know, the annoying thing is, us as fans, right, who follow the team week in, week out, know that, you know, the dream is to just keep going, right, and keep competing and doing it in amidst the financial restrictions. But fucking Simon Jordan on TalkSport this morning, like miserable cunt, was like, no, they can't break the ceiling because basically they can't spend the money, and they might be able to do it in the next 3 or 4 seasons, in which time Man City will be 10 times as big.
To be fair to him, though, he was saying it in the framing of they can't because the rules are stupid. Because the rules are ridiculous. No,
he was. And he was complimentary about what Unai Emery's doing and said he's, you know, what he's working with, he's the best manager in the league by a country mile. Best manager in the league. Yeah. 100%. Now, you know, and it can be done because Leicester did it, right? And, you know, Nottingham Forest did it in the 70s when they got promoted from Division 1, then won the league, then won the European Cup. I'd love us to do that, mate. I'd fucking love us to do that. Well, yeah, right. But I would, because no one, I know it's a bit far-fetched, but the way I feel, the euphoria, I know I'm fucked and I've got no energy, but my voice is fucked. My calf muscles, because I've just sat in a car for 4 hours.
You look like you're having a stroke, mate. You look like you're having a stroke.
Look, I've had 3 hours and 45 minutes sleep. I've been out of my house for 36 hours, and I come back.
Keep this short.
So anyway, what I did right this morning, because I got back at 9:40, got dropped off by my mate, and I had to pick Ava up at just after 11 o'clock from school for an exam. And so I had an hour and a half to spare, and I was like, if I sit down, I'm going to fucking pass out. Right? Yeah. So I've got to keep going. So I jumped in the car, I drove to Villa Park, right, and I got printing on both my shirt I wore yesterday, right, winners 2026 in gold, right, on both home and on my home shirt as well. But they're in my suitcase in the car, and otherwise I'd have got them out. But
you haven't got Watkins yet on the back.
No, what I will get Watkins on the third shirt. I mean the away shirt. That's what, because I've got, and I'm going to do that when I come back off holiday, right? Because I've got to get Ava's with winners on the back. So Watkins will happen. I've also got to get the tattoo of every week we follow Simmer, which you can see in that corner somewhere on my body. So people in the comments, where should I get it? Be realistic. It's not going on my forehead, right? And it's not going on my fucking top of my head, right? But I will have it on my body somewhere. Because
mate, in honour of John McGinn,
we're fucking champions of Europe. Yeah.
In honour of John McGinn, where else are you going to put it?
I reckon I might get him and Unai Emery holding our symbol.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying, in honour of John McGinn, there's only one place you're going to put it, mate.
My ass. It's got to go on my ass, hasn't it? Oh, my God. That's a fucking brilliant idea. I'm still a little bit drunk. If there's any tattoo artists in Devon that want to do that this week, let me fucking know, because I'm up for it. I'll say I'll come and sit a session, but I won't be sitting. I'll just be bent over while you tattoo it on my ass. Oh, my fucking, I love it. It's brilliant.
A lot of people are saying in the comments that they're saying that the parade's amazing. Like the fans are out in force, and it looks incredible.
Yeah, like I've no doubt. It's on Villa TV at the moment. I think I'll check it out later. And I would look. Part of me, if realistically it wasn't starting till 4:30, right? And if I would have stayed till 4:30, I'd have to get a train to town because they closed all the roads.
Don't worry about it. Honestly, you went to Istanbul, mate. Like, so tell us about it. Like, what? How was it? Because I was like, because obviously we were talking about how the stadium's smaller, it's not like that big and all this kind of thing, but it was a beautiful stadium.
Mate, it is a stunning stadium. Like, stunning. It's like fucking branded. It is beautiful. It's like modern. It's fucking just one of the best stadiums I've ever been to, if I'm honest. But it's just small. It just needs to be bigger. If it could have fit 20 more thousand people in there, you'd be fucking buzzing. The atmosphere was great. Like, fair play to the Freiburg fans, right?
They went all the way, didn't they? They were still shouting the 3-0 down.
I I don't know why they stayed to watch the cup ceremony. There's no way I'd have fucking watched them lift that trophy. If we'd have lost that game yesterday, I'd have been out of there and back on a plane faster than you could have said.
They want to take it in. They have,
yeah, in the Villa. Now fuck off home. Right, that was the mate. No, fair play to them. But I sat next to two Freiburg fans. It was hilarious. Right, they were literally right next to me, and I was just going. No, like Istanbul. I haven't had the same experience as others content creators who've been out there for a few days because I've had other commitments. So mate, it was a 24-hour flying visit for me, but I loved it. It's been brilliant. I'm fucked, but it was. So Istanbul's a decent city. I will say, Turkish people, I don't think they mean to be, but they look miserable as fuck. And I think it's because they just smoke. Like everyone smokes, and you can still smoke indoors, right?
Yeah.
So it just smells of like fucking pubs of the 90s, mate.
What was it like where you were sat? Because like Ben, I saw Ben doing a thing at full time, and I think I commented saying the people behind you look really happy, like they were like all miserable as hell. Turkish people.
But Ben was in corporate, so we were in just neutral. We were surrounded mostly by Villa fans, mate. There was a few Freiburg scattered around, but it was mainly Villa. We had two lads in front of us who were fucking mental, mate. We were jumping all over each other. It was fucking brilliant. And you know, the atmosphere in itself during the game was phenomenal. It was. The Villa fans were brilliant. And after when they were celebrating, it went on for ages. And we obviously pissed down all fucking day yesterday. I got absolutely drenched. And we stayed in Taksim Square because all the other people that I knew were out there were all scattered over the city. And I couldn't be asked to fucking be getting taxis and fucking walking miles and miles. It was big enough as it was to get around. So James and I stayed in the square. And we were with three other lads, right? And just fucking... momentum grew, mate. I drank more and more, and I had about 6 beers in about an hour, and I was feeling.
I said to you, mate, I was like, don't go wild, but you still did it.
Yeah,
you didn't quite go for analysis wild, but you did. Did.
I didn't go for that, mate. No, it wasn't getting that level. But what was nice was there was no drink in the stadium, so by the time we had that, we had a big 2-hour break, and we were going to go for beers afterwards. But if I'm honest, by the time I got back and we met up with Sam, James and I were fucked, mate. It was like nearly 3 a.m. I was like, look, the flight's in fucking 3 hours. We'll get to the airport really early. It's only a half-hour taxi drive, but let's just go and get something to eat at the airport and fucking like get our head down for an hour.
Yeah, it's like,
mate, James lay on the floor and I sat on these desks. Mate, this was the most bizarre thing. James lay on the floor on his trainers, went to sleep, and I went to the toilet and I come back. I sat down and I was just watching something come off. I was watching the highlights on my phone, and there's this Turkish dude like sat in the opposite me. And he stood up. And I thought, what fucking hell, what's he doing? He came towards James, pulled out a blanket, put a blanket over James, and went and sat back down. And I went, "Thank you." It was fucking weird,
that's
man.
Bizarre.
It was weird. But let me tell you about the flight there, right? Because, mate, it was so surreal in the fact that, to be fair, we had seats right at the front edge of the leg room. It was lovely, right? So I was sat next to this couple, and James was here on the opposite side of the hall. And the only downside was we were by a toilet, so people kept queuing to go to the toilet, right? And this guy comes and he stands there for about 10 seconds, and all of a sudden just fucking falls on top of me. And I thought he was taking the piss at first, right? Like, but he fucking proper, like, what? They said he passed out, but I reckon he had a seizure. He went like a fucking ironing board. His eyes were wide open looking at me like this, right? He's on top of me, looking at me, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? And the stewardesses all kind of tried to get him onto the floor of the thing, but he was just he kind of came to, but he was stood like a board like this, like looking at people, and then he kind of came around a little bit. Eventually, sat down, and of course I recorded it, right? But then he came up to me and went, "Please don't put that on the internet." And I was like, "No, it's probably fair." So I haven't decided whether I'm going to put it on the internet yet. Yeah, like fucking, it was funny. And then when we come into land, right? We're coming down, right, like this, and the plane just fucking hits the tarmac and then bounces off again and sat and go.
Yeah.
Right, but and then flew off again. Right, the guy behind me absolutely shit his pants. Like he was fucking. He turned white. He was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" I was like, and then they come and say, "It's okay. These things happen all the time." And we had to basically fly around for 15 minutes, which was fucking annoying because I just wanted to get off the plane. Right,
you missed the slot.
Yeah, we missed the slot, right? So anyway, we land and it's fine. Through customs, no problem. And we go and get one of the shuttle buses, right? Because I think the taxi people was ripping people off. It was going to be like something like, I don't know, 90 quid or something to get to the Taksim Square. So I said to James, the shuttle bus is there. Let's fucking jump on that. So we jumped on the shuttle bus. Mate, we were lucky because I think we got the first one. Obviously, we were on a 6 a.m. flight. It filled up pretty quickly, and it took us an hour and 20 minutes on the bus to get to the Taksim Square because the traffic was fucking horrendous. Right? It was so bad. Right? My mate warned me about Istanbul being bad for traffic. But the next coach, mate, that came after that took 3 hours to get there. 3 hours. Right? One of the guys that, and we were chatting to these 3 lads. I've got all video footage of this, mate, and I'll drop it to you because we interviewed loads of people, and then he pissed down, and the square just emptied, and so there was me, James, these 3 lads, and we were right next to a bar, and the staff just stood there, kept serving us beer. So it was pissing out. So hopefully it'll just ease up. And 3 hours later, I think, or 4 hours later, eventually it fucking did. The sun came out, and the fan park kind of filled up again, and it was a pretty decent atmosphere. Met James Chester.
Amazing. Yeah. John McGinn's brother as well, didn't you?
I met John McGinn's mate. They are fucking twins. I was like, I didn't even obviously at first I just thought he was a guy walking around. And I looked at him and went, "That's fucking John McGinn's brother." I just ran up to him and I went, "Mate, can I have a selfie?" He went, "You." Like, his action, right? That's not aspect. That's action. I said, "How's he doing?" He's like, he said, "Better than me. I'm fucking shitting myself." He said, "I was like, fair enough."
So back. I was just going to get back to the game. So like, how did you feel like in the stadium? Because I was watching the game, and I would say the first 30 minutes, I was like, I don't know. I don't quite know what Villa's turned up here. We kind of felt we weren't quite easing into the game. The first 5 minutes, I think we started well, but then they really started to come into it.
Yeah.
Ref, God, I've never seen so many fouls and cards. And
mate, he loved his yellow card, didn't he? He loved the way he flashed that thing out. Now, at 30 minutes, I turned to James and said, "They're really well organised here. They were. We had the." Morgaraj had a shot, didn't he, early on? It was saved, and we were we were the ones that looked more likely. But I mean, and Freiburg had a header and a shot in the first first 10, 15 minutes.
There was space though. We were getting space. We just weren't quite making the most.
Mate, as we say, the t-shirt needs to be made. Goals change games, and that first goal fucking just disrupted them. It did.
I thought it definitely did. I actually thought about 5-10 minutes before that, it felt like we just stepped it up a level. Our tempo went up, and we just seemed to be having a little bit more joy. And then, when that goal happened, I said to the guys on the watch along, I was like, "Freiburg are all at sea here. They're on the ropes. We've got them all over."
Well, it's one out the Austin fraud set piece book, right? It was absolutely brilliant. It's no fluke, is it? Because Tielemans scored exactly the same goal against Young Boys in the Champions League last year, didn't he?
So, an interesting tidbit on that, you probably haven't seen it because you've been travelling all over. So, Claret and Blue, obviously, they were up, towards the press box and stuff. They met Prince William. Basically, they were trying to get him. Watch their video. Their video is really, really fun. And there's a clip of him, and they're talking to him, and they're talking about it. And he said, the second Rodgers played that ball just before it hit Tielemans' foot, Elmo in front of him, so Elmo Hamady, had stood up and he was celebrating because he was like, "I knew it was going in. I've seen them do it a million. They've been doing it time after time in training. That is literally like off the training ground. Perfect.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Knew the second he was shaping up to hit it, it was in."
Well, Freiburg were disappointing from that moment, really, defensively, because the second goal, mate, I watched that back in the airport. I could not believe how they did that. Right. It's a beautiful finish, right? But I would expect any professional footballer with time and space on the edge of a penalty area to be able to kick the top corner out, right? But you watch, if I was a Freiburg fan, right, and if Villa did this, I would be fucking fuming because, right, they don't clear the ball. Tielemans goes to retrieve it, right? The centre forward goes towards Tielemans. The left back, right? The centre forward's pointing to McGinn, who's obviously free. The left back doesn't do anything. Like the ball's played into McGinn, then the left back goes. The striker's nowhere, obviously, which allows Buendía to be in all the space in the world, and the finish is unreal. But like, there's no way you give any player that time and space, mate. You get fucking punished, and that was game over, mate. I think
you expect better than that in a final of a European tournament, right?
I haven't watched a lot of Freiburg, but did, saw the result against Leipzig at the weekend, and I watched the highlights of that, and I thought, fucking hell, they look decent. They look like they're organised, and they've got some players that could hurt us. They just didn't turn up, mate. No, I'm not taking anything away from Villa because we were fucking sensational, mate. We'll get to that in a minute. But Freiburg for a final as a performance, that was poor from them. They didn't make it difficult for us. We looked like prime PSG, prime Barcelona. Some of the football we played was brilliant, mate. Every player. We could have
easily had 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that. But I just want to talk about the third goal because that was a wonderful from Buendía. By the way, Buendía for me, man of the match. I thought he was absolutely fantastic.
Agreed, mate.
I also thought again, Lindelof was brilliant.
Oh, mate, mate.
The fact that Rich and that on the preview, I did a preview with the Villa Park podcast, and Rich was like, "If Onana's fit, you got to start Onana," and I was like, "Oh, mate, I would usually agree with you, but Lindelof's been incredible, and my God, was he good."
Mate, do you know what? For the first time when it's in a fucking major final, Unai Emery did exactly what I said. He picked the team that I wanted him to pick, right? And I said, at 60, 70 minutes, bring off Lindelof and bring on Onana, right? Because he'll be a beast and with energy. And it just worked perfectly, mate. I thought Lindelof was arguably next up. If Buendía hadn't scored that fucking wonder goal and they got an assist, I think Lindelof would have been my man of the match. I thought, you know what he does? And it's really quite simple. He basically... my bag's up. Wait. He basically does what Kamara did. He does what Kamara did. And when we have that position filled like that, it enables our midfield to play and be really creative.
But it also, because he drops so nicely into that back three when we're attacking, it also allows our wing backs to push on, and it gives us that little more width, which we don't get when you've got like Onana and Tielemans, because either of them is going to go forward, and we want Tielemans to be that one linking the midfield to the forward line. But just want to talk about that third goal. The thing that was beautiful about that was Watkins' run. Yeah. Watkins peeling off. He literally looked over. He saw Rodgers, and he was like, "Right, I'm going to go that way." Ran away, created the space, and it was a lovely finish.
Rodgers' movement was brilliant. Buendia's feet were brilliant again. So, it was 3 wonder goals, mate. Really, in a final, they would have been good against any. We scored them against anyone. That's how good it was. The 1-2 touch stuff that we did. I stand by. When we play with that kind of tempo, we're good enough to beat anyone. We are. Yeah. I don't care who you are. We'll beat anyone, and we've done it. We have.
I agree, and that's why I was saying on Sky this morning. I was like, look, we can beat anyone, and it's not just. And people say, "Oh, on your day." I'm like, but our days are coming more and more common. Like, as in, it's not like we're getting a lot less days when we're.
It's not about consistency. Look, I'm happy for us to go under the radar. Fuck the pundits. Fuck everybody else going and telling us that we're not going to do it. So fuck Simon Jordan saying we're not going to. We can't compete at the highest level because, mate, with Unai Emery at the helm, and I said this to you yesterday in the stadium, we're fucking winning it all, mate. I'm telling you now. Right, he's got the potential. He's a fucking world-class manager, and I will not have anything said bad about him because even I've criticised him because some of the decisions didn't make sense to me. Some of the performances we have, but when you do that, right, it's no fluke that he's won that title 5 times. It's no fluke that we've been in Europe 4 seasons in a row. It's no fluke that the players that he trusts and uses have developed and get better. It's all about yes, there will be changes, no doubt, in the summer. There has to be, but I am so confident if Unai Emery's at the helm, whoever comes in. We'll fucking toe the line and get in the system, and we'll be fucking a force to be reckoned with next season. I'm taking a cheeky bet, mate. Let's go and book some hotels in Madrid. Let's go and book some flights. We're going to the Champions League final, mate.
I've already said it. I said it on Sky. They were like, "What do you think?" I was like, I literally went. I
haven't had a chance.
No, I was like, guys, I'm booking the flight to Madrid. It's happening.
Give me 2 seconds.
But thank you everyone for joining, for watching this. Obviously, thank you. Relearn the game. It was a number 10, a left winger, which is why they were all out of sorts for the Buendía goal. They were just all at sea. They were all at sea after that goal. They felt like it was like a boxing match where someone's on the ropes and just reeling all over the place, and you're going for the second knockdown. That's how it felt. Can Villa fans take down the glass ceiling of our dreams and expectations? Quadruple incoming. The quadruple is incoming. Yeah,
fuck it, we're winning it all, mate.
The only thing is the financial limitations, but even with that, I still feel like even if we can't, if
you can get the
only thing that's missing, right, is the recruitment.
But if you can get the right player, now we've got Champions League, we're going to attract him and thing, and if we can do that, we're fucking winning.
Exactly.
I don't know if I can get it up. Anyway, so I've got a video. Basically, I did a little video because when I've landed this morning at fucking whatever good and godly hour, I don't even know what day it is. What day is it today? Well, I'm Thursday. Right, fuck it. Mate,
the day
I'm
after.
all over. Yeah, it doesn't matter. My brain's mush. My journey to Devon, right? I missed the junction at the motorway and ended up having to go fucking 12 miles out of my way.
Crash.
Mate, I had to stop because I felt myself literally falling asleep at the wheel, and I had my daughter and a girlfriend in the car, so I had to pull over and go to the bathroom and fucking wash my face and drink a can of Red Bull, right? And then as we got to the end of the journey, I made 2 wrong turns. I'm like, fuck's going? Like, I've made this fucking journey 200 times, man. Like, mate, I was broken. So I was just absolutely broken. Anyway, so when I landed, I didn't want to sit down or lie down because I knew I'd pass out. Pardon me, and I knew that I had to get here. So basically, I thought the parade's out, the fucking printing's out. I was like, right, I'm going straight to fucking Villa Park. Right, so obviously I went to Villa Park the other week, and I got that on, right? Done, yeah. But now look at this, baby. Look at this, how fucking cool is that?
Oh, that is flashy, mate. That's lovely.
That's
very
fucking
nice.
mint. But very cool. It even looks even better on this bad boy. Right?
Yeah, it will do.
Right, look at that. Right. And then look at this. This is fucking sick, man.
Oh, but have you seen? I saw something on Reddit today about like how our badge is blue with the yellow lion, where it's a gold lion. So I've seen something about a gold lion. So I'm wondering whether they're going to do a shirt or something.
Fuck off, mate. What? Sarah's going to divorce me if I start spending any.
Anyway, what I wanted to get to before we go, because I don't want to keep you too long, because you are going to pass out, and I've got to go as well.
I'm running on pure fucking adrenaline, man. Come on, you bad boys.
We just need to take it in one more time. Aston Villa have won the Europa League. We've qualified for the Champions League twice in a season where we basically didn't know if we'd even get top 10. First 5 games of the season, we thought we were in a relegation battle. We have won a European title for the first time in 44 years. We've won a first trophy for 30 years. Are they going to build the statue, Gaz?
Mate, you heard me last night. I didn't see it at Villa Park, but he better fucking be there already. Like, that needs to be there now. Why is it not there now? Like,
it's interesting though. It's interesting because I think it was Cole when I was on the Villa Park podcast, and he was saying it's interesting though, because if you do that, but we haven't got a statue for 82, do we do some kind of joint thing?
What we have to do something, mate. Like, it just, maybe statues weren't so much of a thing back in the 80s because of cost effect and all that kind of shit, right? But why not do a
mural or something? Something needs to be done.
Mate, get them all. Have the European Cup and the Europa League trophy together with Unai Emery. I mean, I know it wasn't Ron Saunders who took us to the actual final, but it was his team that won it. So maybe you could have both managers from that era there, and then have but I think McGinn and Emery would be enough. I don't know. It was 40 years ago, the other one, right? And I'm not diminishing that. It's our greatest achievement, right? But this is a new era. It's different. This is different. Like, it's different to then. Different to.
Does it change the every week we follow, Chan?
Oh, okay. So I thought about this on the plane, right?
Okay.
Because, right, and this is my take on it, because I don't think it does. Because if you think about it, right, the 82 chant is about winning the biggest cup competition in the land, which is the European Cup, right?
Yeah.
So what we need is a separate chant, so another chant, because we need more chants because ours is shit, right?
Yeah.
About the Europa League, whatever that looks, right? And then you can sing both. Do you know what I mean? So keep the 82 one as it is, because that's a homage to that 82's one, and that shouldn't be touched. But now we need one for this team who have gone on and fucking won the Europa League under Unai Emery. And I don't, thoughts in the comments, someone write it. I can't come up with it because my fucking head's gone.
And one last thing. Do you think, how much change do you think there will be this summer? So obviously, because we've got some of these players who, like, we're kind of sitting there going, oh, we can't do another season with these, and I'm not saying he wouldn't be in the team, but like John McGinn, Ollie Watkins, your Emiliano Buendía, all these players. But now I'm looking at it going, well, they can't go. You can't. They can't go now. Surely.
I mean, in an ideal world, mate, you keep them all and you buy one or two better players in certain positions, i.e., right side to nurture him again. You put Leon Bailey in a rocket and send him to the moon and hope he never comes back.
An alternative to Rodgers, so he can rotate.
Yeah, mate. Well, yeah, so he can have a day off once in a while, right? Yeah. I'm not being funny. Wound me up a little bit. That like yesterday, Bailey was like John Terry, like is celebrating like he had some sort of part to play in that trophy.
Did you see? I completely forgot he was in the squad in the league phase, but because obviously Barkley picked up a medal, and I was like sitting there going, I'm confused. I was like, why's Barkley got a medal? I was like, is he just rocked up and he's just gate crashed the whole thing? And then I realized someone commented in the previous video saying he was in the league phase, he just wasn't in the knockouts.
It's a shame, really, because we could have done with him in the European. I feel for Harvey Elliott had one as well. Harvey Elliott got a medal. It was nice actually because again, I did this on Sky last week about Harvey Elliott. That guy, the way he's handled this situation needs to be applauded, mate, because I think Leicester people would be screwing. He's basically lost a season of his career in a really important time in his career, and it's not fair. I don't think he's at fault at all. I think it's down to us and it's down to Liverpool fucking him over for whatever reason, right? But the players celebrate this. Like Watkins brought him over to the crowd yesterday and got him to do the chants right by us. He's obviously well liked, and he's dealt with the situation commendably. He's been ultra professional, where most players probably would have said something by now because of what it's meant, right? No, I agree. But at the end of it, when the final whistle went, the togetherness of the players, the celebrations, mate. I could have sat in that. James and I was sat in the stadium for fucking ages afterwards, like because we just didn't want to leave it. Like it was the ground was kind of empty, and a few Villa fans did stay to the end. But it was. I'll never forget it, mate. I think it's probably one of the greatest nights of my life, and I mean that. Like, I know marriage and kids, that was all great, right? And I love you all. You're all brilliant, right? But I still can't believe I was there. I cannot believe.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Amazing, mate.
I don't know why. But
well, I said at the end, and I said on our video, and I think Sarah joined in the comments, and I said Gary deserves to be there. Like, you deserve to be there. It was a wonderful moment. It's an incredible thing. Your heart and soul is in this club, and you're lucky enough to be there. And you of all the people that deserve to be there, mate, you deserve to be there. And it was amazing. Like, absolutely incredible.
It was amazing. I bumped into so many people. I bumped into Sam from True Adventures. I bumped into Sam from the Villa Park podcast. I bumped into Pre. I bumped into James Chester. I got recognised about 10 times. People put me and had selfies. I was like, "Fuck, this is mental." Right? It was. My mind's blown. It hasn't sank in yet. It's still this. Like I expected to wake up this morning and not be real. Like it was like a dream. Like it couldn't have gone any better.
The one last thing, because I do have to go, is I wanted to ask. So this will be your final thought before you sing us out.
I'll try.
Do we win something next season?
100%. I think this team is now they've won something, mate. I think I've talked about this loads, and I truly believe that this is about legacy. And that trophy last night is not the one-hit wonder that everyone thinks it's going to be. I think it's the start of many to come, mate. And I can't fucking wait. I'm buzzing for next season already. I just like.
Come on, right? Sing us out, mate. Get some sleep.
I apologise for this, for being fucked, and I don't know how this is going to sound, but I'm going to do my best to belt this out, right? Because all I've done is sing for 36 hours, and I've loved every minute of it. Thank you to everyone that said hi yesterday. Thank you to the team. Thank you to Unai Emery for making my life better. I fucking love it. Yes, let's go for that. Why not? In January, we were fucking in it. Let's keep everybody fit.
Right, if we had an injury, mate, I think we would have been there.
Mate, Emery Ball deserves to win a league title. He fucking does, and I'm 100% behind it. I apologise for all the doubt I've put in this season. I'm not fucking criticising anyone next season. But well, that's lies. I'm going to do that. That's fucking. I'm not lying. I'm just in the euphoric moment, right? And otherwise, our podcast is going to be shit. Which we love the Villa. We love them. They don't do anything wrong.
I just call it the Kevin Jeans podcast. That's how you just call it that.
I digress. But look, it was an amazing night. I will never forget that. that he's up there with the Rotterdam for me. I know it's not the biggest European trophy, but listening to McGinn's interview afterwards when he said, you know, I'm 31, I've watched other people win stuff, and now it's my time. And, you know, and we don't know if he's going to be, you know, as big a part as he's had. He's had the best season ever, and he deserves to be immortalised, and that trophy does that. And I'm just so pleased for him. I'm so pleased for Unai Emery. And it's on to the next one now. I'm fucking so happy I could cry. And when we do the next pod, I'll be a little bit more with it, with a voice and a bit more compass mentis to actually give you a breakdown of what I actually saw, right? And we'll have footage and we'll put something out. And like, I've got so much content, but I'm going to try and get it in all into that Google Drive, mate, because obviously I'm on holiday now, so I'm a bit, but I want to get it out. I've got other stuff that we need to do. And I will see you all. Oh, we've got Man City on Sunday, but I think we should play the under-9s. Like, I don't know, like, you know.
I don't know what we'll do. We'll talk about what we'll do as well, but...
Drop me a message, mate. Anyway, here it comes. Are we ready? Thank you all for tuning in. If you're still here on 35 minutes, whatever it is, hit that like, follow, subscribe. We're at 2,117 subscribers, mate.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just keep hitting that subscribe button. Look, let's prove everybody wrong, because
2,118. 2,118.
There you go. We've got up one. I know we're like fucking Marmite. We're not everyone's cup of tea, right? But let's prove to the fucking world that we can grow this to a point without all the fucking nonsense of everybody else jumps over hoops to get to, right? That we can keep it what we do, and this fucker can go all the way. So thank you for all your support, people. Thank you for supporting me with the Istanbul thing. You're all fucking awesome. I love you all. I'm still drunk. I'm going to go and finish this master beer. And as always, every week we follow the boys in Claret and Blue. Peace.
Yeah.